After a while, you can smell it in the air. Shortly followed by the foliage changing color and that early morning chill. But what is hunting? Guys dressed in the image of their surroundings, emulating the forest. Sometimes I wonder if we can see ourselves. As children, we are so quick to make initial judgments of a book based on the illustrations of its cover. Only later, as we mature and gain experience, does our concentration become focused more on the content within the pages. Hunting is no different than a book. For some, they will only see the cover, a mature buck, a record book rack, or maybe simply meat on the table, illustrations and pretty pictures. However, the woodland pursuit is not just an animal harvested. The quest is never just one moment in time. It's many journeys, many pages, all that hold a lifetime of stories. It's the energy that fuels our soul. A lifestyle that defines us for who we are. The one true love in our life we can always hold on to. It's the many memories. A father guiding his son down a beat-up deer trail.
There? The deer trail? Yeah.
Bag targets and many arrows in the backyard. It's four cousins being inseparable in the fall. Abundant weekend hunting escapades, and the shared excitement of consequent success. Presently, my deer mounts fade. They gather dust and lose the importance of once being so prioritized. The memories of my family, though, are always so sharp and vivid. Climbing an old oak tree, I become closer to them, closer to God. Personally, hunting for me is spiritual, so we talk a lot. God, Mom, Dad, Paul, Joe, and Phil. They all listen. Dressed in camo, I couldn't see myself in the beginning. Distracted by my goals and ambition, I couldn't see myself in the true treasure I already possessed. The most important, most valuable aspects of hunting. The relationships, the brotherhood, the camaraderie, the roadside early morning hunting meetups, and the 3-hour phone conversations planning the next day. Life just seems so quiet now, more haunting than peaceful most times. But I can always count on hunting to be there, providing me with new goals and newfound optimism. Moving forward to plan out-of-state hunts, local hunts, 3D shoots, new initiatives to help heal my mind and soul. Always moving forward, always grinding, because there are no failures in life, only quitters. And I will not quit. So I venture out onto social media to fill the void. Hopefully to build new relationships and new brotherhoods. To share my love for the outdoors like it was shared with me. To share everything of myself and of the outdoors with anyone interested. To help fuel the growth of camaraderie once again within our sport. That, my friends, is the woodland pursuit.
Tyler, you value shooting big deer just like everyone else does.
Sure.
What emphasis do you put on relationships made during the whole hunt process?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, I can say, just like anybody else, I love shooting big deer. I mean, who doesn't love shooting big deer, seeing big deer? And I think as I get older, I'm 31 years old now, but I would say in the last probably 10 years, I mean, I realize that all my best relationships have come from hunting. And I look at a big deer on the wall And it means a lot to me. I mean, that's a really good memory. But I realize that it's way more about the people I got to share that with.
Right.
That's the story. It really becomes less about the inches of the deer or about the hunt itself, and it's more about sharing that with whoever was in the tree with me, whoever was in camp with me, whether it was my dad, whether it was family, whether it was a friend. And so to me, I mean, you know, having those memories, especially as you get older, it becomes way less about the size and the hunt. It's way more about the relationships that were built and formed in hunting camps.
Absolutely.
And that's what I just look forward to, you know, more than anything.
Yeah, when it comes to hunting, you know, obviously we're out there trying to chase down experience, trying to put our tag on a deer, or really turkey or elk, whatever it might be. But it's easy to forget that once you put that animal on the wall and he's mounted, you know, old rack just collect dust, and it is a trophy, but it's not a living trophy anymore outside of the memories. And so I think we got to be careful to remember this, relationships. For me, the biggest trophies you make in hunting is the relationships, because if you disintegrate relationships trying to get a dead animal, well, hell, you ain't really gaining a whole lot. And so I think the camaraderie around camp and the brotherhood, so to speak, the time that you can spend, you know, with your kid, you know, with an uncle, with an aunt, grandmama, granddaddy, whatever it might be, is probably more important than just the hunt itself. But if you add how fun hunting is and the pursuit of an experience to maybe tag a trophy animal, now you're talking something that's worthy of amazing memories. So I think we got to be careful when you're chasing trophies to remember the biggest trophy is the time you're spending with your buddies and an opportunity to kind of be out there in the good Lord's renewable resource and just the fellowship and the fun of it. And I always tell people, man, if you'll try to have fun doing it, and if you ain't having fun doing it, then why do it? And a lot of people I see get all tore up trying to chase just to kill an animal. They'll get aggravated. Maybe the neighbor shot it, or maybe they don't like that somebody's crossbow hunting and they're a recurve hunter. And before you know it, you can take something you love so much, and because of your dedication of trying to chase experience to kill it, you'll end up not even enjoying it. And there's a lot of stuff that ain't fun today in today's society. So you might as well make it worthy of having fun. And the way you make it fun is be around dang good people, make memories with folks you love and people that you want to learn to love. And if you got that, even if you don't get an animal, you done had a great hunting experience. Now, that's just my opinion.
You know, looking at hunting and what it means to me now, you know, over the years, you get to go around and chase all these big deer all over the country, and no doubt that is an extreme blessing, and we're proud to do it. But more importantly, you know, as you become more involved within the space, within the business, you start to realize how much the relationships matter. Just like being here at ATA show, you know, all our friends from over the years, all these camps we get to go to, all the friendships that we've made along the way. I mean, ultimately, when you really look back on it, yeah, the deer are awesome and all the hunts are incredible, but really the relationships, the friendships are what are everlasting. And out here celebrating hunting and archery and with all our friends that we made over the years. And, you know, when you look at it as you get a little bit older, you start to think to yourself, you know, you realize what really matters. And it's the friendships and the relationships made along the way. So wishing you guys all the best, and hunt them up.
I've had the opportunity to literally hunt all over the world, and what's the greatest thing about all these different places are the people you meet and the relationships that you make. And although you may only spend 5 or 6 days with somebody, whether that's a guide or a cook in camp or maybe just another hunter that you meet in a hunting camp, you really form a bond that lasts forever. And, you know, specifically, there's a bunch of people that I've met over the years that I still keep in contact with, and although I've only spent 5 days with them, I feel like I've known them my whole life. And so those relationships that are made and forged through hunting are the greatest thing about hunting. And you know, through the years you run into people that have a big impact on your life, and some of the greatest people and the biggest impacts on my life have come through hunting, and it means the world to me. And although, you know, the animals are kind of the main part of what we strive for, the friendships that we've made and the relationships and basically the family that we've created and built are something that lasts a lifetime, and probably the most important thing about hunting to me.
I've been through the entire spectrum of hunting in my career. And so I don't fault anybody who's in that trophy hunting mindset, because I think that's really fun. It's good. It's a challenge. And everybody goes through that, right?
Right.
but now as you hunt more, you will find yourself like I am now, not as much focused on the inches of the antler, but focused more on the camaraderie, the fellowship in camp, and giving God the glory, and it's fun. And but I don't fault people who are trophy hunters.
Absolutely.
At all.
Right.
But for me personally, I love the camaraderie and the fellowship.